This picture is the very first TTC in 1969, Valmorin, Canada. This lecturer, Swami Vishnu predicts the future of yoga into the year 2001, and everything he says has come true. And he also mentioned that the complete illustrative book of yoga has never been out of print, and it's still that way today, 2010.
The man opened his eyes. It was a dream. It ended in a day. That just brought me the It is only one man's dream, the whole thing that has played in that way. But for me, when I started, it was all scientific fact. But now, I can still recall that whole story I read about when I was 8 and when I saw astronauts going and splash down on the water. 50, 60 years ago, some novel person is able to visualize that, taking some facts of science and some facts of mental imagination. Now you got Star Trek, is it not? Star Trek is going. Yesterday, actually, I opened the television. I saw one series of Star Trek. They're using all the neutron bombs and neutron things and the flashing up. And now, at present, many of the things are fiction, but most of the fiction taken out of the existing science reality. Do you know that? Only thing is a little bit gone. They use little bit vision, want it to come. And so today's science, Star Trek is a fiction, but so also tomorrow it will be a reality, just like the moon, going to the moon. Today only astronauts can go to the moon. But 7 years ago, there was an ad. They are going to have commercial flight to moon, and anyone can reserve now. Will be the first people, civilians will be going to the moon. So I asked everybody if they want to reserve, no money, reservation. And I got first card. I sent it in application form, and then I'm one of the first group. If there is a commercial flight to moon, I got the chance to fly in that. Well, you think you're laughing, but don't you think there's going to be a commercial flight sooner or later? Sure. Now, they're already experimenting. 747 is carrying experiment is going on, space shuttle, and the most of the successful now, and only now it's going to land its own. That's the only thing there. And once that is done, space shuttle is quite easy. Going to the orbits and coming back from the orbit is just like going to the New York or London or Paris. And once space shuttle is reality, then how long it takes to jump to moon from the space shuttle? Very simple to jump because there is no gravity. You can just go on and land. It's a very cheap travel you can have it. Much cheaper than going to New York commercially. You know, to moon. Yeah, because only you have to go to orbit. Once you are orbit, how long it takes to reach the orbit? About how many seconds when you're shot off from here? About 15 seconds? Or 15 minutes? Or 20 minutes in the orbit? 15 minutes or 20. So in 15-20 minutes you are in the orbit. And from that onwards, to go to the moon, you don't have to have much energy. You can use the moon's gravitational force. So it will be very cheap for you. Pardon? And even that is also mentioned somewhere. Someone told, I didn't read it, but they said Swami Vishnu, everyone is practicing yoga from Swami Vishnu Devananda's book. They mentioned my name also. I have written that in the 2000, there's a book called Future 2001 or something like that. Space Odyssey. There is mentioned about CIBY and Swami Vishnu. Everyone is practicing yoga. Yeah? That must be written before my book. Yeah, that's the intuitive experience. 68. My book has come 60. It's published in 60. Yeah. You look at that, you can look at that. If I don't say, just the first published it is there. The May, what's that? Man, Julian Press Incorporated 1960 by the Julian Press. See, the corporate is 1960. See, again that you thought that's another see, another illusion. Now, what I am talking is what you call fiction so far will be a reality. If someone said someone is going to land on the moon, it is not possible, be reality. Just like jet travel is before first time when the Charles Lindbergh started crossing the Atlantic Ocean. It was just a great adventure, is it not? Everyone was looking. And now everybody travels faster than 3.5 hours with Concorde you can reach it. You don't consider a very miracle, It's just an ordinary thing, is it not? So at present somebody says, I am going to the moon in a commercial flight, you are going to laugh. But in 3 years, yours will be, if you are dead, your grandchildren will be doing the same thing. You never even thought that. So there is nothing to limit man in time and space. If there is no mind, all limitations and barriers disappear. The disappearance of the mind. At our present stage of realization, all our knowledge universe is residue of impressions or how imperfections is underlying. Reality is far away from our present state of consciousness and underlying. There are electromagnetic waves such as gamma rays, radio waves, cosmic rays, X-rays. That are not visible to the human eyes. Yet, through new instruments, we are now aware of such lesser frequency and greater frequency wavelengths. These limitations of man's senses are now studied by modern scientists and led them nearer to metaphysics. Now the question arises, if ordinary senses are reliable, not reliable, what of extrasensory perception? In fact, can we believe the extrasensory perception? From the absolute point of view, the answer that both extrasensory perception and all-sense experience have their limitations and are therefore imperfect because all objective knowledge can be had to the mind, which is imperfect. Okay, I'll stop that. That's all today's lesson. I want just to bring you mind. We started with the mind. Now, why we are going to study this mind? What is the purpose of studying the mind? Because you do not want to use your mind to find the ultimate truth or God or reality. Because whether it's ordinary perception or extrasensory perception, psychic powers, psychic phenomena are all created by the imperfect mind. So you have only imperfect experience. So you want imperfect experience or absolute experience. So you must transcend the mind. In order to transcend the mind, you must know the nature of the mind, structure of the mind, how it fools you and how it deludes you. After a moment, you do not know you are being deluded by your mind. So you study the mind, and mind doesn't be studied. I very, very tricky about it. So it is going to fool you. The more I start talking about the mind creates illusion in mind. Oh, this Swami is teaching us all hogwash. And mind is going, and he can reason you and give wrong reasoning. Just like the man who cut his finger brought the wrong reasoning, because that is same way. Everything what you already had structured, your mind said, if it's not falling into a structure, it is going to be all hogwash. That's what it's not the word. What do you mean hogwash? Baloney. What is baloney? Rubbish. Where is rubbish? In the garbage. So, everything you are going to eventually after the lesson, after the course, you are going to dump it into the garbage trash. That's what many of you are going to do. And I've seen some of the teachers taken after all these things, went to the primal therapy. Can you imagine after getting all these lessons, went to primal therapy? You know what is primal therapy? Scream and blow and clap and that's, imagine after giving such a hard course, nowhere you can get all this detailed explained in a very concise way. And yet when the primal therapy means, that means he threw everything into the garbage. Either the person did not understand or his mind is not able to grasp the reality. So that's what I'm afraid. From here onwards, your mind is I'm going to really turn your mind upside down. Up to this time, I can say atoms and electrons and protons and alpha waves and beta waves, you all can understand it. But from here onwards, we are going to a new field, new dimension. But yogis have gone to a dimension. It's not a garbage. So from here onwards, please keep your mind open. If you didn't understand it, it's because you don't have a structure to understand it. But that is not because you don't. In time, you properly practice, your intuitive mind will open and you will see the truth or reality. And again, one more thing about this commercial about this book. This book is published in 1960 in 2 hardback, and the first is hardback and then came later on the soft cover. This only yoga book since 1960, one book yoga published all the time, never out of print, always in the market. This book is always in the, it's not because out of sale, because there is demand, because this is going to be 21st century Bible, if you don't believe it. 21st century Bible. Okay. Many things I explained here, you will not understand in the 20th century. But by the time you reach 21st century, they will understand the value of what I said. Some of the points, some of the basic points like asanas and pranayamas and basic, you will understand it. But the other intricate about the kundalini and other some other things is not I written from my intellect. It is came intuitively and I can see it and I perceive it. I given there. So that's why you may not understand everything in this time, but by 21st century, when man start going to the moon, just like you go to Los Angeles and New York, this will be more acceptable to the human mind. So if you didn't understand it, don't worry about it. Okay? I won't blame you. And again, I'll tell you, this will be always going to be there.